All right, everyone, it's your boy Fernie here with another new news video. This time, once again, showcasing several random articles that I find on the Google News website, and in this case, showcasing items that I find interesting. So, this time around, though, I went ahead and preloaded the site so that way they'll come up immediately for this video. And then, as always, I'll give my own thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys and gals think. These are just in no particular order as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start this first one here. And again, these are just items that I find interesting to read, interesting to share, such as the case here with apparently this article from timeextension.com. It says, this Christmas, you'll be able to play SNES Batman Returns on your Genesis for free. How about that? 60 frames per second, too. There's, of course, Batman, Michael Keaton from the Batman Returns film. So I have the movie on VHS. I think I have it on DVD. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I'm a big fan of the movie, obviously, of that one and also the 1989 film. Big fan of Michael Keaton when it comes to his portrayal of Batman. So let's see what it says. Back when Tim Burton released his Batman Returns movie in the early 90s, the video game rights were split across more than one format: Sega, Atari, Nintendo, and so on. That is true. I remember even then I was really, really young at the time, and it just hit like a wave of merchandise with the film on the gaming systems, all of them, all at the same time. The Genesis, for example, caught a 2D action platformer, which was then also released on the Sega CD with Batmobile driving sections. But the SNES, on the other hand, was just a side scrolling fighter and is considered by some to be the best adaptation. So those are some of the screenshots. So when I was really young, I was just way too poor. No chance at all to have anything as far as an SNES, NES, Super Nintendo, whatever. Now I get to see these games on YouTube. I get to see them how they're played, how they were back then, and some of the YouTubers, the way they play them are really, really good too. So as you can see, those are some screenshots from the games. Anyone have this game from before when the movie first came out? Anyone a big fan of it? Apparently, it still has a hallmark today. People still absolutely love this game, just like the '89 game as well. There's some more screenshots. Looks like you get 9 enemies, 2 players co-op, 2 Batmans. How about that at the same time? 60 frames per second, and then of course the lovely Genesis. In other words, graphics as best as can be right there. That game is now being ported to the Sega Genesis by Pyron, Tiago, Invo Music, and Vector Orbitex 7866. The game reflects one of the original's biggest flaws, which is the lack of two-player mode and also boasts a higher resolution. So, oh, okay, finally answers it. I was thinking, is this an official thing? Because it does seem like there's something else. If this were like something from Warner Brothers, it would have been announced as a big fanfare. This unofficial port will be released on Christmas Day, which means Sega fans will be getting a really special present this festive season. Someone answer me this then. If this is an unofficial port, how is this going to be able to be released and kept as is without DC Comics, without Warner Brothers, anybody from the movies essentially coming forward and say, wait a minute, where's the rights to this? Something like that. Let's see what the trailer looks like, in fact. Ooh, that's loud. Let me turn it down. So it looks like here it's a clip from the movie. I believe this is from the end of the movie when Catwoman shows her face or the back of her head, but it cuts off right there. Gorgeous pixel art. Wow, what a throwback. This is the kind of stuff that definitely made things so much easier back then to love. Wow, that's loud. High resolution. Okay, I guess that's the best resolution you can get from the game itself. More action. Still though, not bad. This was a big difference from the '89 game because that one, and you've seen me play the live stream, I thought that it was something where the game didn't have too much good graphics. Although the NES could have good graphics, the game just didn't go all out. This one, though, they definitely went towards what was needed. Some of the best graphics that the game could have. So this is an exciting thing. Apparently, two Batmen at the same time. Blast processing. Two players co-ops. I'm still wondering how is this going to essentially be allowed when it's released. How long is it going to stay up there? All right, that's enough of this. But yeah, just wanted to show that for everyone here. Next one comes from the 8newsnow.com. I looked up some of the local Las Vegas news. This one says Las Vegas man who fled to Russia during fraud investigation sentenced to 51 months in prison. Wow. Let's see what it says. Las Vegas man was sentenced to 51 months in prison on Wednesday, capping a $6.1 million fraud investigation. So it's like it started in 2017. His name was Nikolai Kontalev, formerly Michael Kontile. Looks like he fled to Russia back in 2020, and this was with regards to some business that he had. Collectors Coffee Inc., doing business as Collectors Cafe, headquartered in Las Vegas, and so on. He was arrested in Germany in 2023, extradited back in this May, and then finally he's going to have everything charged. It looks, or he was charged back on November 21st, and he was indicted back in 2020. Wow. Okay, so here's what it says. What happened from 2012 to 2018? Contalai defrauded victims who invested in Collector's Coffee. He claimed it was on the verge of launching an online auction house for third-party owned collectibles, Hollywood and sports memorabilia. I thought this was like a cafe, like a Starbucks or something. What does Collector's Coffee have to do with collectibles, Hollywood, and sports memorabilia? Interesting name. But it looks like he misled investors, telling their money would be used for legitimate purposes, that he had raised $23 million in the venture. He was not going to be paid in salary, but in fact, he stole $6.1 million for his own use. Wow. And they used it for purchase of luxury goods, apartments, vehicles. So seemed like he was just telling customers one thing and then using the funds for another. He used the funds to buy a Cadillac, pay for private school tuition, rent on luxury homes. Wow. So the SEC began investigating him for misappropriating investor funds in 2017. He obstructed the investigation, forging documents, lied under oath, and then he fled right after. So not only did he, it looks like, to like steal $6.1 million from investors, but he had also the SEC going after him, and then it says here the FBI, Criminal Investigation Division of the IRS, the Justice Department, Office of International Affairs. Wow, and then all these attorneys and fraud departments. Wow. So they were basically all going after him. He thought he could flee to Russia and then basically live out his life over there as is. Just goes to show if you're committing any fraud of any kinds, especially big fraud like this, and you have all these various departments within the United States system looking into this, they won't stop. They will absolutely try to find where you're at, even if you're actually overseas. What kind of manpower, what kind of work would that take, right? But there they were. They were there in Germany somehow, arresting him and then extraditing him all the way back over here. And now he's going to be sentenced to, what was it, 51 months? So a little over 4 years. Wow. So it goes to show he thought he could get away, but he did not. Next one comes from Variety. You know how I like box office news. It says Thanksgiving box office records. Moana 2 scores dazzling. $225 million debut. No kidding. And then Wicked adds another huge 118 million. So I was reading stories on Reddit from movie theater employees, and they were saying that this past week or so was absolutely one of the busiest weeks for them. Like stuff was selling out everywhere, from food to supplies to theater showings. It must have been because of these two films. Who knew? I have no plans of seeing these two films at all, but apparently they have their fans. Disney's Moana 2 cemented a new Thanksgiving box office record, 225 million over a 5-day holiday film. That's just here in the U.S. Wow. And then it was much, much higher than previous records from Frozen and Hunger Games. It also stands as the biggest 5-day debut in history making more money than the Super Mario Brothers movie. And then it looks like ticket sales were higher than the Sunday estimates of 135 million. So it looks like whatever they were planning on making, it made even more. I've never seen the first movie either. If you're a fan of the Moana films, let me know. Post them in the comments below. And it's not just the Polynesian animated adventure that's keeping the nation's multiplexes booked and busy. Wicked is still going strong, so is Gladiator 2. Together, the trio of big budget blockbusters set a record 422 million. That's it. That's what exactly what the theater employees were stating, that they were inundated, absolutely overwhelmed with people in the theaters. Whoever said the theaters were dead, haven't seen anything as far as this weekend. What else? Wicked enjoyed another huge turnout, 81 million over the weekend, 118 over 5-day holiday. I do know some people that have gone to see that movie Wicked and they really enjoyed it. Um, and then it says here Wicked is the first of a two-part saga. So each of them carries a $150 million price tag, but it looks like they're more than enough, making what's needed. Gladiator took third place with 30.8 million over the weekend, 44.2 over the 5-day frame. So that one still has strong legs, as they say in the movie industry. It's crossed 114 domestically, 320 worldwide. I haven't seen that one either. Haven't even seen the first one. It's not really something that catches my attention, but that one also has their fans. What else? In fourth distance place is Red 1, 12.8 million, 18.7 over the 5-day frame. And that one cost a lot of money. It cost $250 million, and it's on its way right now to 148 globally. So it's still got quite a ways to go. But that's it. That's the box office news. Oh, this one looks like I can't watch this one. Next one. This was an Airbnb story. Let's see what it says. I got this one because I read a lot of stories on Reddit about Airbnb disasters. Airbnb guests found the kitchen, cabinets, and refrigerator zip tied shut at their rental. It gets weirder. Group of ladies documented their odd experience that they had at an Airbnb rental on TikTok, where the owner was pretty strict about the rules. Look at that. Sure enough, it's been zip tied. Stephanie, the woman who posted the video, said the NBA boss left the group a binder that maintained that rules house. She and her friends quickly noticed all the cabinets and even the refrigerator was zip tied shut. Can't use. Oh, that must be the book. House Rules. I like how it's like hand printed, hand drawn. The group had a weird feeling about the house. They discovered the garage door was open and the owner's car was there. Why would the owner still be there? Oh, that's wrapped in plastic. Oh, so it's a video. See, this is why I don't use Airbnbs, just because I'm so used to hotels. I stay in Hiltons all the time, and I like them because they're universal throughout anywhere I stay. I could be staying nearby, I could be staying far away, and it's still what's happening here. Somebody's down there, yeah. So apparently, though, in the world of at least of Airbnbs, you have to follow a bunch of rules from the people that own the place. You don't have that with hotels. With hotels, obviously, as long as you don't make a mess and destroy things, you're fine. You can just go about the hotel as you want. But here, it looks like no, you have to follow all these rules. I've heard about that on stories on Reddit. I've heard about situations of owners confronting people there for being too loud because they actually still live there. I've heard about crazy stories about fees as well. I would just never really do a Airbnb myself. Me is just hotels. Hotels, easiest way to get in, easiest way to get out. Book them online. I always do Hiltons again. Every Comic Con that I go to, I stay at a Hilton. I gain those points. It's easy stuff. It's just the best. Um, so, anyways, just wanted to share that because I'm sure there's some fans out there that enjoy Airbnbs. I got this one here. This is from comicbookmovie.com because there it showcases news about a good upcoming film from a good franchise. 28 years later teaser unveils creepy first footage. Full trailer expected next week. So it looks like the first full trailer for Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later will be with us early next week. And now there's an unsettling teaser promo providing quick glimpses of footage. I'm a fan of the films. I like the first one, 28 Days Later, and then the other one, 28 months later, wasn't it? And then this one's going to be 28 years later. So it's a really, really good set of films. Each of them stand out on their own, the first two. Looks like it stars Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Ray Fiennes. And Cillian Murphy will return as the what? I thought he died in the first film, right? Oh no, that was the deleted scene, right? And then that was scrapped, and then the other ending was done. The more happy ending. Yes, but in a surprising way, and where there goes, let me put it that way. This is Danny Boyle is best, combined with very commercial genre, like we had with Edward Wright and Baby Driver. So let's see what the teaser shows. So just some quick glimpses of things. Oh, really quick. You can't see anything. You just basically saw like just a microsecond of things. That was it. 28 days later. Oh, 28 weeks later. That's what it was called. My bad. I remember now. 28 weeks later was the one that was in the city, right? That one was a really frustrating movie to watch because you got to see how a perfectly good city was destroyed by some very bad choices by the main characters. It was very frustrating. Like you want to just throw your TV out the window type stuff. Ball Helm, the first installment. There's now a second film's reportedly 28 years later, part two, The Bone Temple. This is, oh, so it's in two parts? How about that? Plan is to shoot both back to back. He will write all three. It's a trilogy. Wow. Said to be in $75 million range for the budget. Plot details for 28 years later still on wraps, but the time frame would suggest that it takes place in the near future. Next one comes from Subaru, or Cars.com, and it talks about this. Subaru tops Consumer Reports annual auto reliability survey. I know some people that drive some Subarus. Maybe you might know some as well. And it looks like they are definitely some of the most reliable ones out there, especially with the good words that I hear from the people I know. CR members responded to organization's survey about 300,000 vehicles. They questioned 20 potential trouble areas. Trouble areas are weighted according to severity from 1 to 100. The model years were 2000 to 2025. So let's see what it showed. In claiming the top spot in CR's reliability rankings, Subaru dethrones Lexus and Toyota. How about that? Subaru also tops CR's overall brand rankings. And it looks like it's not just owner satisfaction, but also maintenance and repair costs. And these are the lists. Consumer reports reliability rankings for the brands: Subaru, Lexus, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Mazda, Audi, BMW, Kia, Hyundai. Unless I'm wrong, I don't think any of those are American, right? Buick. How about that? Buick is number 11. I think that might be the top when it comes to American brands. There's Ford at number 13, Chevrolet number 16, Jeep and GMC, and so on. Rivian is number 14. They also broke down results by body style and powertrain. And so it looks like cars had the highest reliability, which I agree with. SUVs averaged 49. Pickups, trucks came in last. How about that? Average reliability rating of 36. Wow. So if you're driving a big pickup truck, it looks like your reliability rating is dead last. Powertrain type also have a significant impact. Let's see. Looks like that's it. Interesting stuff. So if you're a Subaru owner, you have one of the most reliable cars out there. Not just recently, but within the past 25 years. And then the last article is from LA Times. Oh, wait, never mind. Looks like we have to subscribe, so there's nothing I can do in this case. But that's pretty much it. That's all the news articles I wanted to highlight. Let me know what you guys and gals think. Give me your own thoughts and opinions on it as well. And I'll be making more of these videos soon. All right, everyone. Thanks again as always. Take care.